there, and welcome to Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I'm Sue Johnson, your host for today. I'm also the producer and director of our show, along with James McGilbray, our videographer. And we're welcoming two guests this afternoon. And one of them, Kate Oney, is from Rainey Institute, which is famous 100-year-old plus arts and education institution here in Cleveland on East 55th, directed by Executive Director Lee Lazar. So now we're going to meet Kate and see how you came to work with Lee and Rainey and your role, because you do ElSistema, the famous youth orchestra.
Yes.
Okay, welcome again.
Thank you. So in 2014, I began working here at Rainey. I was hired as the ElSistema coordinator for our second site at Campus International School at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, I spent a few years doing that. And last summer, we decided to kind of bring that program home to Rainey. And, things just really got wonderful. We had our former coordinator. She left, and so I kind of applied for this next sort of step up,
mm-hmm.
and I'm just thrilled to be here, thrilled to still be connected to Rainey. I'm a lifelong Clevelander.
Welcome to our club.
And I love it.
And tell us, so for those 5 people in Cleveland who don't know about the ElSistema youth organization, the orchestra, what is that all about, ElSistema?
So ElSistema is an after-school program for students in grades 2 through 8, primarily serving Cleveland children. And we have kids from all over the city, but, they're very close to Rainey. And we have 90-minute instruction every day in string instruments, violin, viola, cello, and double bass.
Okay. Now, what's a double bass?
It's well, you would think there would be a single bass, but really it's bigger than a cello. You stand and play it. They're always in the back of the orchestra.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was called double bass.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
okay.
upright bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you prepare for this? Are you a musician by training? What do you play and do?
I'm a violist.
Okay.
So I teach violin and viola. I have my master's from Cleveland State in viola performance.
Okay. And have you played with any local orchestras as part of your career?
Yeah. So one of the great things about Cleveland is there's always somewhere to perform, somewhere to play. So pretty often I play with some various symphonies in the area and some string quartets.
Have you ever played with the Severance Hall Cleveland Orchestra?
No, I have not played with the Cleveland Orchestra.
But ElSistema has.
ElSistema has.
Tell us, were you involved? Do you know what that was about?
Yes.
Would you tell our audience about them performing?
Absolutely. So for the 7th year in a row, we've been invited to perform at the Dr. Martin Luther King Day Community Open House.
Right.
That takes place January 15th.
Oh, this year coming up, January 15th.
January 15th.
At Severance. Is it still at Severance Hall?
Sure
It's
is.
gotten so big.
Yes, it sure
Yeah,
is.
so you probably need to order your free tickets now, because all the politicians in Cleveland and dignitaries get all the free tickets first. So then we regular folk, we're fending for ourselves. So there, I said it.
It is completely free and open to the public.
Right.
And it's an all-day event. There's other performing groups, dance and music. It's a wonderful day.
And I haven't done it in several years, but the Central State Choir used to sing, the lead, and we were a group of local singers from various churches. And once a year we got together to perform for the celebration, and it was a fantastic experience.
Yeah, it's a wonderful experience for our kids and our families.
Yes.
In addition, the Rainy Choir is going to be performing on the same day at the Natural History Museum.
Okay,
at
yes.
11 o'clock.
So those are two special events. Now, we mentioned the ElSistema Orchestra, and it's a string instrument orchestra. No horns, no piano, no nothing. And I mean, these youngsters are so highly trained and professional, and for them to sit with the Cleveland Orchestra, one of international fame, is really, truly awesome and inspiring. So if you can, make sure you get out to the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration event on, it's a Sunday, Monday, March 15th, 2018. So for ticket information, it's free, open to the public, contact Severance Hall. And so also now, I'm not as familiar with the Rainy Youth Choir, so tell us about that and its performance coming up.
So the choir is comprised of students in our after-school arts enrichment program. They rehearse 2 or 3 days a week. They are fabulous and adorable.
Of course.
And they're such a joyful group. They're just wonderful. They are so excited about singing and sharing their gifts with everybody they meet.
And are they at the point of development where you have the range of soprano, alto, tenor, bass, all that, or are they
not yet?
Kind of.
Yeah, they're still youngsters, so they're starting to find their own.
Where and when?
At the Natural History Museum at 11 a.m. on Martin Luther King Day.
So people, you will have quite a choice to make, whether to time yourself so you get to go to the Natural History Museum and see the Rainy Youth Choir and get to Severance Hall, because that used to be approximately like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the Severance Hall performance. And you said the youth choir performance will be approximately 11 o'clock
11 a.m.
at the Natural History Museum.
Right.
And do you have any other special projects, events coming up beyond the celebration day?
Well, we do have monthly concerts here at Rainy. We call them Friends and Family Concerts. And so all of our ElSistema kids perform at least once a month.
Okay.
And typically they're on a Friday, and they just happen throughout the school year. So you can go on our website and find the dates. Also follow us on Facebook.
So would you give us your website address, your Facebook name, and also the other contact information, the phone number here? Do they ask for you or just leave a message?
They can speak to anybody here at Rainy, and they can give you information about upcoming performances, or even having children be part of what we do.
Okay.
So our phone number is 216-881-1766.
That's 216-881 1766. I always get it mixed up, but that's the story of my life. So yes, please call, because Rainy also has a full range of youth programs throughout the year. As Kate mentioned, they do art, they do dance, they do visual art, they do ceramic art. What else do they do?
Drama.
Drama, yes,
Yes.
of course, the drama. Okay, all right. So listen, people can call into Rainey,
Mm-hmm.
216-881-1766
66?
to get further details about any of the special events at Rainey and upcoming, especially January 15th, Rainey Institute. Lee is going to be tired. He's going to be running back and forth between the two events. And again, we need to thank Lee Lazar for Rainey's hospitality and for meeting Kate Oney for the first time, who is the ElSistema coordinator. And how do folks register or get involved with ElSistema? And do the students have to have certain qualifications to begin? Do they need to have their own instrument? How does that
Oh,
work?
no, they just need to be in grades 2 through 8.
Mhm.
Prior experience is not at all required.
Mm-hmm.
We provide all the instruments and instruction.
Okay.
They stay here at Rainey. You don't need to worry about taking it home.
Right.
And you can either enroll online through our website or just give us a call.
And grades 2 through 8, is it?
Mhm.
So grade 2, about how old are they? 7?
Yeah, they're about 7. Mhm.
Okay, and grade 8, they're about
14.
13, 14.
Yeah.
So can you imagine, do you do the direction of them?
I do. I'm primarily involved with the younger group, our chamber orchestra.
Okay, so can you imagine handling, how many are in the group?
Right now we have 47.
47. That's a lot of kids. Talented, wonderful, disciplined musicians. So please support Rainey and its special events. And don't go away. We'll be right back after we thank Kate for joining us for this segment of Wake Up and Live with the Arts. It
Thank
was
you for having me.
fun and great meeting you is what I'm trying to say. Okay, folks, stay tuned. We have another special guest, Charles, and Lord, I eventually will say his name, Charles Eduardos, and he's got a special topic that we are anxious to discuss with him. Stay tuned.